I would say for me, like when I have a lot of success in dating, like I'm just spraying from the hip, right? Just spraying.
Yeah,
just
literally.
right? And then like when I like meet these like high quality, mentally stable women, I like line up the shot so much.
Oh yeah, it's easy.
And then
It's
the
easy to overthink.
deer gets away.
It's easy.
And I'm just like lining it up too much.
Yeah.
I never pull the trigger.
No, I hear you on that. I hear you.
And like I just overanalyze and don't deliver, you know what I mean?
No, I feel that.
It's funny. Remember like I posted that meme the other day and it was like why won't you just send me like a good woman? And it was the Jesus on the other side and he was like, dude, I literally am trying, but you keep saying that you're on your grind set and married to the gym.
Married to the grind.
And that's like literally me, I feel like. You know?
That's what, I think that was part of what I forgot. That's kind of like, that's a cop-out, right? Like that's...
Oh, it's totally a cop-out. That's where I am, though.
When I blanked 20 minutes ago, when I blanked 20 minutes ago, that's what I would say. Like, you can go... like, oh well, like you can complain about it. That's literally what I was thinking. It was like you can like, oh like, you know, this is what I want, and then as soon as the opportunity comes, like, oh well, you know, oh I'm just doing this because I'm only at the gym because I'm like giving gratitude to like the Most High and I'm like becoming the most godly. It's like, yo, I literally put that girl on the pull down machine right next to you, like so you could fucking talk to her, and you bitched out, like what. You know,
totally.
So it's like
100%.
That's why
it's like that girl likes you and wants you to talk to her, and you're just
like she's not doing downward dog like
for the
on
stretch,
the turf area
for the actual
because her lower back is tight.
because her lower back is tight, right?
You know,
yeah, totally. And like that's where I kind of am. I feel like is like I'm a little bit, and I've realized it now for like the last like 3 months, and I think for me like I really care about the people that I let into my life. And it's hard for me to move on past it totally. And so it's just taking some time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just taking some time.
I feel that. I don't think that like a total like I mean, you can't like force yourself to be like desiring things, you know, because then that just becomes, that's like, you know, that's like the, like desiring to not desire is a desire, you know? So you can't like, you know, another thing Patrice would say is like, you can't force mojo. Like you can't force yourself to like be wanting things that you don't.
Totally.
You know?
And you can want things, but you can not want to do the things that are required to get that thing, and you're just not ready for the thing. And that's kind of like where that's true. For a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because that's, you know, that's the response, right? Is like, you know...
You have to want something for a while before you do the work for it.
Right. Well, and this is my response to like, you know, if you're going, okay, you know, I want a good wife, but like I'm not approaching any women. It's like, well, your wife is literally within the group of women that you're approaching. Like you're not like... Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I don't know about you, but I mean, I only had it one time in my life, like, and that's really because we were drunk in college, where a girl like came up to me and like grabbed my wrist and like pulled me over to her and her friends, like, you know.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
It's like
often.
that. It's like, really and happen. It didn't, you know.
It just doesn't really happen.
It doesn't happen. Like, especially it's like, you know.
And again, like those are not ideally usually the ones that you're looking for, anyways.
You know.
And
she was great. I kind of fucked that one up anyway. Like anyway, that happened.
Do you believe in like the one?
No.
Of course not. It's just such a silly concept. No.
You know what I believe? This is what I believe. There's 4 billion women on Earth. Okay. 1% of that 4 billion are women that are in your age range that you would be attracted to. Okay, that's 40 million. Okay. Of the 40 million, 1% of the ones that you're really attracted to are also like attracted to you. Okay, so now we're talking 400,000. So there's 400,000 women that you're compatible with, right? Like you like them, they like you, you got a shot. Okay, of 1% of those 400,000 are single, ready to mingle. Like they're like you go on a date tomorrow and like hit it off. It's 4,000. That's 4,000 women that are like, you can walk by today. That's an arena full of women that are out there waiting for you to say hi. Like that would work, you know? And so it's like, no, that's what I believe, because
that's numbers even small, man. I think there's way more than that.
But that's what I'm saying. Well, but
I'd say maybe those are the ones that like, but also think about, like, raise a family with.
But also, yeah, probably. You know, but also that number's that number's relatively the same, but the people that it represents are different every day. One person gets a relationship, and the next one's single. You know,
I
like,
see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? So there's always like always like a pool of around 4,000, and it's arbitrary, but it's still just like a perspective, right? It's like, so my thing walking around in the world, and the other one I love is like walk around like there's 5,000 ancestors behind you, because they are, like, you know, your guardian angels, your loved ones that are helping you from the spirit realm, that kind of, like, you walk around like 5,000 of your ancient ancestors are like got your back, like making sure that car like stops, the guy in that car that's gonna run that red light texting just like looks up and like happens to stop and doesn't hit you, right? Like, man, you start thinking like, dang, and you can even just say God, you know, like God's really looking out. You really walk around like someone's got your back from a level that you can't see. That changes the way that you move. When you're walking around like knowing that most of the women that you're like walking by, interacting with, even if they are pretty, like that's not a 4,000, like that's not part of the 4,000. Like she's not it. Girl at the beach said like, take a hike. Obviously not a 4,000. You know how I walked away from that interaction? I said, you have a great day. And I walked off like, cool. I didn't even miss a beat, because it's just not, she's not in the group. Mm-hmm. And so it's like to think that, you know, now you can just bam, bam, bam. Now you can fire from the hip, because you know, kind of like, because you're going to resonate at a certain level. Like,
yeah,
okay.
I just looked at it from a sales perspective. 10 calls to get your deal.
Well, yeah, but it is a numbers.
It's 10 calls per sub, my guy.
It is a numbers game.
It's 10 apps or 5 apps for a sub, 10 calls, or 2 calls for an app. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's just.
No, it's a numbers game.
That's the sales game.
No, it is.
It's baseball, right? How many swings to get a hit?
Yep.
You go out there, you swing 4 times, or you get a couple fouls off, right? Like just the statistics. You get what is it, like 300 is like a great batting average?
Yeah, you'll be a millionaire if you can
consistently hit 3 of 10 balls.
Hit 300. Yeah, literally. Like, which is a whole nother conversation. The fact that like you can literally be considered successful failing 7 out of 10 times, like nothing else. Like you get fired from your job, like kind of thing. Like if
you
you're
can
not...
rank in league with a 40% win rate. Our guest, dude. Our guest. Sorry, dude.
You said to be quiet, Dan.
We just had to call attention to our guest, unfortunately.
Yes, a beautiful breed, love.
But
she's got great wood.
Great wood.
Weird.
Bada boom. But yeah, dude. This weekend sounds like you had a great weekend, dude. Sounds like
I did. It was fine. You know what? Like, because I just see it like this. My philosophy really is, and you just got to live life this way. I mean, I do. Like, it's always a win. You know, like whether I close, like I went on this date, closed with a girl, we had great sex that night. That's a win. She bails on me, she doesn't show, all this stuff. Like, I don't end up hanging, I win, because it's like, okay, you've escorted your way out of my way. you're not like you're obviously not in the group, you're not in the winner circle of 4,000, like fine, like it's just I either have a great experience with a beautiful girl, or I
let me ask
don't have to worry about any of the repercussions of doing it. It's like it's just a frame.
What are you dating for? What is your frame?
Well, I pretty much date and hang out with girls that I feel like I have a really good connection with.
That's like a non-answer. What are you dating for?
Well, I mean, I'm not. If you want the answer of like, am I dating for marriage right now? It's no.
Okay.
I'm.
So what is it?
Well, I mean, it's primarily
enjoyment.
Pretty much. I mean, I enjoy women. I really like feminine energy. Like I like being around it. It's I just enjoy it. I don't know how else to say it.
Totally.
I think that there is a level of, friendship that I establish with women. Because I don't know if it's like, I think it's probably a combination of like just me being so familiar, like working with women.
Okay. Let me ask you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.